Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected brothers and sisters from different parts of the world. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله آل الله واللعنة على أعداء الله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير. Very important point and very common for many youth, many people, families, fathers and mothers, in houses, inside homes, at works, is this very crucial point and issue. The matter of magic, black magic, or sihr, or spell, or witchcraft. Nowadays, it's very common among people. One person faces a lot of problem in his life. He or she says, I am touched by a black magic, by evil eyes. He forgets all about the things and directly goes about towards this issue. Black magic, sihr, and let's say those metaphysical and spiritual, maybe negative energies. Is that right or not? Is black magic real or not? Does it happen for many of us, or for some of us, or for a few of us actually? If it's real, how often does it happen for the people? These are the questions that we have to answer and give response to these questions scholarly, not superficially. Okay, brothers, sisters? There might be other causes too. We have to first solve those cases, those aspects, and look at the things and issues from the other perspectives. And maybe because of the religious actually propositions, ahadith, riwayat, the ayat al-Quran, we can say, okay, in some aspects it can be this too, the evil eyes, or let's say the black magic or whatever. Now we are going to solve this issue for tonight, inshallah ta'ala. I know this is very common for many of us and for many people. I have had a lot of people actually referring to me. They say this and that, this has happened to me, that has happened to me. I think I am touched by the evil eyes, by I don't know, negative energies. I have been touched by a black magic or sihr, this and that, okay? These are to be solved carefully, scholarly, and eligibly and religiously, coherently being attached to the religion to solve these aspects. First, what is black magic? We know about magic using the spiritual invocations of energies. It's a type of magic to influence others, the atmosphere around, for example. But the black magic is to use actually the negative energies and evils for the negative goals and aims. This is the black magic. What we mean here is this one. Some people might have some special powers. There might be some energies around us for negative energies and for negative purposes. They have negative energies. They use negative tools for negative purposes. So they are negative themselves. They use negative tools and for negative purposes. Are they affecting me or not? This is black magic that we call it sihr. We're not talking about positive one because positive is positive. It's not questionable. I really want to be on the verge of and being exposed to positive energies. It's not questionable. We're talking about the negative ones. We have other actually expressions like normancy, like theurgy. These are not the topic that we are going to talk tonight. The very issue that we are talking is the black magic. Now, is the black magic real or not? Yes. The evil eyes, according to the religious content, religious context, is real. Then the magic is real. And what's the reason behind it? Do you have a Quranic or traditional or narrational reason for that? Yes, the very important and popular verse of Surah Baqarah. In Surah Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Surah Baqarah, verse 102, actually, I think it's about half of the page of this page actually is occupied with this, let's say, ayah. It's a very important ayah. وَاتَّبَعُوا مَا تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينُ عَلَى مُلْكِ سُلَيْمَانَ وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانَ وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا. Then we reach here, يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ السِّحْرَ. There were some people, some shayateen, teaching people the sihr, the black magic. وَمَا أُنزِلَ عَلَى الْمَلَكَيْنِ بِبَابِلَ هَارُوتَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descended and sent down two angels named Harut and Marut to the people, maybe in the form of people, but embodied like human beings, teaching people how to nullify these black magics. This is the appearance of this ayah clearly signifies that it's happening among us, and sometimes it's negative. How do you prove, Sheikh, that the negative energies exist? We say in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ مِنْهُمَا مَا يُفَرِّقُونَ بِهِ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ. Some people were learning these things from the angels, but they were using it for the negative purposes, to make separation and segregation and gap between the wife and the husband for the negative purposes. So it shows that it happens, actually. Also, we have narrations, and through experience, we understand that it is possible. Is it forbidden or not to go after this type of knowledge? Yes. It's one of the great sins according to the Islamic jurisprudence, like ulum al-ghariba, like, for example, astrology, going after these types of sciences, like studying the books that might mislead you cognitively, okay? Those books that are filled with very negative, actually, information. But for a rational purpose and for a special, let's say, pious and qualified man, it is actually allowed. The other question is this, that the effect of black magic on human life, is it high or low? We say it's usually low. It's the last and final step for solving the issues. You refer to this aspect. The first and the preliminary level and the primary level for solving your issues are cognitive, are rational, and intellectual. Maybe you need advice. Maybe you need a counselor. Don't say at first, I am touched with black magic. I am touched with such and such. Usually, very few people in quantity are touched by black magic, and the quality, the influence also is low, is very low. These are the things that ulama and the scholars say. They say it and they mean it. The other question, am I enchanted or touched by a black magic? We said 99% no. Maybe 1%. For 99%, you have to refer to a counselor to solve your issue naturally, physically, and normally, not metaphysically, okay? Learning the things. The world, brothers and sisters, is the world of learning. You have to learn the things in order to solve the problem. Most of the times, our problems are because of our ignorance. We're unlettered. We don't know what to do. Then we just refer to metaphysical things. This is a fallacy. This is a failure and big mistake, okay? Go and learn. Most of the time, the very basic problems we have in our lives have basic and natural remedies for themselves, actually. And the other question, should I go to a dua prescriber or not? We say yes. If you know that dua prescriber is a pious person, is somebody right, is somebody virtuous and righteous, go and refer. He's writing du'as through mafatih, through authentic sources, actually. Go and just get this prescription from that dua writer or dua prescriber. Otherwise, most of the time, and most of the people, most of them who claim to be a dua prescriber, they are connecting to the metaphysical negative world, negative metaphysical world, and you shall not refer to them. They do not use authentic things. These causes more problems for you. They do not solve your problem, but cause more problem, and your life becomes more problematic in this case, actually. Now, I want general solutions for this purpose, for this thing. If I think, I'm certain, for example, I am touched with actually a black magic or an evil eye, what shall I do, Sheikh? Is there a general remedy for this, or not? We say yes. We have curative and defensive approaches. Just like, for example, in your house, you stop and you close all the holes, all the estuaries, all the entries for the negative things come into your house. You don't let a mouse come into your house, do you? So you stop, you block all the holes, you block every type of thing. You don't let, let's say, cold weather come into your house in winter because it's a negative energy that touches your physicality. This is the same about metaphysical aspect. You don't let physical things, physical, let's say, spies, or let's say enemies come into your house. If the mouse comes into your house, it attacks, for example, the sack of rice or whatever, and then after a while, the town is becoming red, the house is messy, then it causes problems for you psychologically, and after that physiologically and physically. This is the same about negative metaphysical energies. Actually, you have to stop negative energies coming to your house. You have to stop negative people coming to your house. You shall not get close to negative people. As Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam said in a hadith, مجالسة الأشرار تورث الظن بالأبرار. If you become close to negative people, evil people, you become pessimistic to good people. And when you become pessimistic to good people, what happens after that? You become far away from them. And you get closer to negative people. And negative people attach to evil world, to evil realm of universe. And little by little, maybe you get influenced by the negative and satanic actually energies. So defend yourself like a shield. Stop sins. Stop being close to negative people and to negative houses, to negative actually atmospheres and environments. So this is the best type of remedy for this. The best type of remedy all the time is defenses. You wear mask for what? Not that coronavirus gets into you and you are infected by that, lest you are infected. This is the same about the metaphysical things. You stop. Wear masks. Wear spiritual masks by stopping sin, abstaining from sins, by abstaining and not getting closer to negative people. This is the best type of remedy. The second, if you're infected, you must cure. You must find remedies and drugs, spiritual drugs for these spiritual infections. Now, we have general remedies and let's say specific remedies. Very shortly, I just say the key phrases, okay? Inshallah, I will share with you the content I have written for you, inshallah, on everywhere, every place, every platform that this file is aired and is uploaded. I will upload in the appendix, enclose this file, this written file to you. Inshallah, you use it and read it. Block the holes, gaps, and bugs, okay? Negative and evil energies are like bugs, are like physical bugs, physical viruses. They infect. This infect, that infects also, okay? You have to care about them. But the difference is that The negative metaphysical spiritual energies are invisible most of the time. That is why religious is focusing and concentrating on this reality more than the physical things, because the physical things are visible, and most of the time we are uh, careful about them. We are cautious about them not to be infected by them, actually. This is one. Stop sins, as sins are bogs. Know the sins and stop and abstain from committing sins. They are like bugs and viruses of the soul. Don't let negative energies and negative people come close to you. The way you need cleaners, the way you need sweepers, physical and chemical antiseptics for your house, you need masks against physical viruses, you need spiritual antiseptics to defend, and spiritual drugs to cure the metaphysical negativities. And after general remedies, we refer to specific remedies. I have actually accumulated and gathered 20 special remedies that we have in Quran, we have in remedies, we have in narrations and the hadith and the books of dua, and I just enlisted them here. I will just tell you the most important of them. Now, what are the specific solutions? Curative and defensive. Defensive and curative, both of them, to invalidate and nullify magics and black magics. If for 1% you become certain, you have tried all the ways, cognitive ways, you have gone to a counselor for a long period of time, this issue of you, which is very important, has not been solved. Okay, you become sure, you become certain to some extent that this has been because of an evil eye, or by, let's say, an evil spirit, for example. How can I do it? There are different and varied ways for that. First, praying to God and reciting surahs Falaq and Nas. Number two, reading and writing verses 75 to 82 of Surah Yunus. Verse 102, number 3, read and write verse 102 of Surah Al-Baqarah. It should be written on a piece of actually copper basin with a saffron water until the end of the verse 102. And when writing, you have to actually incense frankincense. It is called a special type of herbal. It is called in Arabic or Persian, it is called kundur or frankincense. It should be incensed. Then fill the basin with rain or spring water. Then the enchanted person uses that water to take a bath and drink water from it. Pour the rest of the water into a glass pitcher and use it for bathing. The best day is actually Wednesday. These are suggested by the Urafa and the Ulama. Ask for prayer from the true saints of God. You find a person who is close to Allah, ask him or her actually to do and supplicate on behalf of you. Give alms. Constant and frequent giving alms solves a lot of problems, especially when you give alms and charity. Give it to a needy, real needy person, and somebody who has a dignity, a positive dignity before Allah. He is a mu'min, he is a muttaqi. This repetition and this frequent actually giving alms and charity to these people actually solves the problem. Always keep a small Quran with you. This solves. This Quran is light. Black magic is in the form of black spirits, is in the form of darkness, but Quran is in the form of light. When you have it, you keep it, it means you have a shield against black actually magic. Read Ayatul Kursi verse and install it at home. Read and repeat 4 surahs, Surah Tawheed, Kafirun, Falaq, and Nas, especially at bedtime. At the call to prayer or azan, say the call to prayer in a relatively loud voice. At home, for example, read 50 verses of the Holy Quran relatively loudly a day, during a day. These are ors, you know. You're not about to do all these remedies. These are the prescriptions. You can do them separately, individually. This, which each one of them you can do it, is good, is beneficial. But the most important thing is to do it constantly. Do not be disappointed in a very short time, okay? At least for 40 days and nights, you have to do them and accompany these verses and these prescriptions, these drugs, spiritual drugs, in order to find the solution and see the result actually, okay? Do not be disappointed. Reading these verses, which is very useful, I just suggested to you, and I will share the text with you, inshallah. Also included here, it is very useful to neutralize the effect of the black magic. إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم مسخرات بأمره ألا له الخلق والأمر تبارك الله رب العالمين ادعوا ربكم تضرعا وخفية إنه لا يحب المعتدين ولا تفسدوا في الأرض بعد إصلاحها وادعوه خوفا وطمعا إن رحمة الله قريب من المحسنين. And there are other actually prescriptions and suggestions which inshallah they are very useful and profitable and beneficial for you, inshallah. Try them, and if 1% you were infected and touched by such black magics, you will be inshallah cured. You will be staying away and you will be nullifying and invalidating these types of spiritual negative invocations and evils, inshallah ta'ala. But the most important thing is to get connected to a world of light, to a realm of light. That is the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the things we do, all the du'as and Qur'ans, ayat we recite, the salat, the prayer, are the tools to get closer to the world of Allah, to the world of light. On the contrary, we have the evil eyes, we have the evil spirits. They are in the form of darkness. The more closer you become to the world of darkness, you stay away from the world of light, and you are more exposed to be touched by the black magic. The more you get closer to the world of light, to the world of God, with all the tools and vehicles, which we just do all of them, and we suggest all of them, you stay away from the world of darkness and black things, and you're staying away from the effects and influences of these, let's say, dark energies. And after a while, you block your gaps and the bugs are gone away. Thank you very much. Inshallah, the information was useful for all of you. And do not be disappointed with these du'as. And do not self-suggest negatively to you. Never ever. You are not 99% touched by black magic. Thank you very much. May Allah bless you all and be stayed away from the negative, evil eyes and evil spirits and black magics. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi at-tahirin.
دوباره خواب مشهد و دیدم دارم بهت سلام میدم ذریح با صفات و بوسیدم مام هشتم نگو که اسمم از قلم افتاده شوق زیارت در دلم افتاده چشمم به تصویر حرم افتاده امام هشتم
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك يا أمين الله في أرضه وحجته على عباده. السلام عليك يا مولاي يا علي يا ابن موسى الرضا يا ابن رسول الله. أشهد أنك جاهدت في الله حق جهاده وعملت بكتابه واتبعت سنن نبيه صلى الله عليه وآله حتى دعاك الله إلى جواره فقبضك إليه باختياره وألزم أعداءك الحجة مع ما لك من الحجج البالغة على جميع خلقه. اللهم فاجعل نفسي مطمئنة بقدرك راضية بقضائك مولعة بذكرك ودعائك محبة لصفوة أوليائك محبوبة في أرضك وسمائك صابرة على نزول بلائك شاكرة لفواضل نعمائك ذاكرة لسوابغ آلائك مشتاقة إلى فرحة لقائك متزودة التقوى ليوم جزائك مستنة بسنن أوليائك مفارقة لأخلاق أعدائك مشغولة عن الدنيا بحمدك وثنائك. اللهم إن قلوب المخبتين إليك والها وسبل الراغبين إليك شارعا وأعلام القاصدين إليك واضحا وأفئدة العارفين منك فازعا وأصوات الداعين إليك صاعدا وأبواب الإجابة لهم مفتحا ودعوة من ناجاك مستجابا وتوبة من أناب إليك مقبولا وعبرة من بكى من خوفك مرحوما والإغاثة لمن استغاث بك موجودا والإعانة لمن استعان بك مبذولا وعداتك لعبادك منجزا وزلل من استقالك مقالا وأعمال العاملين لديك محفوظا وأرزاقك إلى الخلائق من لدنك نازلا وعوائد المزيد إليهم واصلا وذنوب المستغفرين مغفورا وحوائج خلقك عندك مقضيا وجوائز السائلين عندك موفرة، وعوائد المزيد متواترة، وموائد المستطعمين معدة، ومناهل الظماء مترعة. اللهم فاستجب دعائي واقبل ثنائي، واجمع بيني وبين أوليائي بحق محمد وعلي وفاطمة والحسن والحسين، إنك ولي نعمائي ومنتهى مناي وغاية رجائي في منقلبي ومثواي. أنت إلهي وسيدي ومولاي، اغفر لأوليائنا وكف عنا أعداءنا، واشغلهم عن أذانا، وأظهر كلمة الحق واجعلها العليا، وأدحض كلمة الباطل واجعلها السفلى، إنك على كل شيء قدير. وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.